they turn you over, trying to get back. Westbrook puts a lot of pressure. It's a turnover on the rim. They big guys do a good job of running, and they got a couple of shooters who spread to the three-point line. So got to make a decision, and they do a good job of that game. I mean, that was turnovers, offensive rebounds early on in the game for the most part, and to the end, was the factor. For us, if we can take care of that, we had a chance to stay in it. But that was the big part of the game.
Over the last, really since Goran's been here, you guys haven't had a really tough time scoring at all. Tonight, or this afternoon, anything specific that they did defensively to throw that off?
Just stopped us from getting in the paint. They bigs was big enough and good enough to get out on the pick and roll and make us get off the ball, not let us turn the corner too much. So they did a good job of that.
Son had some good numbers for you when he was in. How much did it hurt that you only got limited minutes out of him tonight?
Yeah, well, it always, in a game like this when the bigs are so important, for the other team, not to have Hassan in there for the majority of it, help control the game. Of course it hurt, but, we had the guys that come in as well. So, it wasn't total reason why we lost, but, of course it's going to hurt whenever, he's not on the floor for us for the majority of it.
I know you guys just want to make the playoffs, but how important is seeding right now? I mean, do you think about that, or is that kind of just on the back burner right now?
I don't know, man. You look at it, you want to see who wins, who lose. For me, we got to win basketball games. So, it's only as important as how many games you can win. And when you get done, where you end up. The biggest thing. So. This at the time of year where we're trying to win every one. So, seeding to me is not that important. It's not like we say, okay, let's lose this one so we can get the 7th seed. We're trying to win every game we play. So, I don't even think it really matters. You just want to be in the playoffs, and wherever you end up is what you deserve from how you played.
But would there be a difference between 6 and 7 for you guys?
There's a difference, but we ain't that team that can pick it. We're not at the top where we can pick. When we want to rest guys, and when we're at the bottom. We're trying to fight to get in. So, that's not for us to really worry about. We just got to worry about winning games, winning enough to get in the playoffs, and wherever we end up, we end up.
Dwyane, on nights like this where the 3 is not going for the group as a team, 3 for 18, do guys still keep having to try to make open threes? Do you look maybe more inside?
As long as it's inside out, I mean, obviously we could have did a better job of getting to second situations, but, as long as the threes is coming in rhythm, it's fine. It's part of our game, as long as they're not forced. And, but we could have did a better job of moving the ball, but also, we got shots that we normally get. This team played more desperate than us. They played at a playoff level. We played at a regular season level, and that was the difference of the game.
How does this performance sit with you coming off of how you guys played last week?
Well, I mean, you asking me right after the game, it don't sit with me well, but, it's one loss. So we move on to Milwaukee next. But right after the game, of course, you wish you played better, you wish your team played better, better effort. But at the end of the day, we don't move down to the last place in the Eastern Conference because we lost one game. We just can't, play with this kind of energy and effort, focus on the road. The road is tough. It's tough to win on the road, and we just have to play better. If we want to come off this road trip and survive.
I'm wondering if it's alarming to you, or if you look at this as something that's going to happen every now and then. Do you write this off as an aberration, given the way you guys played last week?
I don't know. I'm not going to write it off, but I'm not going to say it's alarming. So, we'll see as the road trip go on and see how we perform. We have 4 games to do it, so this is the first one. So we'll see. We'll see how we go.
Russ was the only player from that team that was on a healthy player that was on that 2012 finals team. How different is this team now?
This is a good team, man. Obviously they've had a lot of guys in and out, so the consistency of them winning, as much as in there. But this is a good basketball team with the trades they made. It was great trades for them. They're not a typical Western Conference team. The way that they play. So obviously it's not the same team. We don't have the same team neither. That they play, but this is a good basketball team, and if they get everybody healthy at the right time, they can make some noise in the West for sure.
Even without, they've had such an overhaul, but is it just like an organization you respect?
You respect them. Whenever you play a team in the finals, you go through that battle, you have respect for the organization. We have no reason not to have respect for them. That's from what they've they've done it. One thing about this year is they haven't cried about anything. You know, they've taken whatever bumps and bruises they had, and they've competed, you know, every night, whether they win or lose. And, you know, you can respect that from afar.